I think I'm falling in love with my husband. December 22nd, 2025. My husband and I are 24. We've been very close friends since we were 14 and have been married for about 5 months now. The thing is, our marriage was strictly out of convenience. I was a single mom to a 1-year-old, and my husband had just taken guardianship of his cousin, who's only a few months younger than my son. Since the kids are so close in age, we decided pretty much immediately to introduce them to each other. They've been best little friends ever since, and after that my son and I were over at their house every day. The marriage was purely my idea. My son and I were practically living at their house, and we had already had a conversation about raising the kids together. I figured why not? We'd get the tax benefits, could combine our incomes, and have the kids grow up in a two-parent household. I did think about the chance that one of us could find someone else down the line and fuck everything up, but it wasn't high on my radar. I gave up on relationships after my son's father, and my husband wasn't really the type for relationships before we got married. I've never even really seen him express interest in someone before since I've known him. We've always had a running joke with our friends that he'd be the single uncle that one of our kids would have to take care of when he gets old. Clearly we didn't think he'd become an adoptive father, but that's besides the point. Anyways, I brought it up to him kind of as a joke one night, and then we were married 3 weeks later. Everything happened so fast, and it's still insane to me because I fully expected him to call me stupid for even coming up with the idea. Did not expect him to agree and follow through so quickly. But that's the long-ass backstory on everything so everyone understands. The first few weeks of our marriage felt no different than what we were doing. The only real difference was my son, and I moved in, and we're living with them. As of right now, we live in a 3-bedroom apartment. Babies share a room, and my husband and I share a room. It was definitely weird sleeping in the same bed every night, but we both got used to it eventually. After maybe the first month, I got too used to it and started completely sleeping through my alarms. I don't know why, but I've started sleeping so heavily that I have to be physically woken up. So every morning when my alarms go off and wake up my husband, he rolls over, rubs my back, and whispers in my ear to wake me up. For background, my husband is a pretty prickly person. He doesn't like physical contact with other people. In our entire 10 years of being friends, we hugged once. So this literally rewrites my brain chemistry every morning. Like what the fuck? Even typing this out right now, I'm genuinely getting butterflies, and it's so weird. I probably sound so stupid, but that's not it. Around the same time, he started bringing me home flowers every Friday night. I was majorly confused the first time, but he said he's trying to set a good example for what relationships should look like for the kids. Even though he's using it to set an example, it genuinely makes me so fucking happy every Friday. I literally look forward to getting home from work and seeing what bouquet he got this time. I'm not sure exactly what I'm feeling, if I'm just over-romanticizing the situation and looking too much into things, but the past couple weeks I've been feeling like a child with a crush. He makes me blush just from looking at me. I've never felt that way about anyone before. Now I'm feeling ultra stupid, because what if I catch feelings and he doesn't? Then I'm just in a one-sided marriage. I'm also scared that I'm feeling this way because I've never been treated right before in my past relationships. Like, am I falling in love with him, or the feeling of being treated how I should be? I don't know, and I'm so confused. I think I'm screwed. Edit. Thank you so much for all of the advice. Redditors have made me realize in a few short hours that I am in fact in love with my own husband El Mayo. His birthday is on Christmas, so I'm thinking of doing something special to just show my appreciation for him first. Nothing crazy, like one comment suggested. Hopefully I'll have an update for you all soon. And hopefully it's what you all want, lol. Comments by OOP. I don't even know how to approach the topic. I also need to sort through my feelings first, make sure it's real before I say anything. I'm terrified of jumping the gun on this, the plot of so many romance novels. Andicus 1180. No shit, that's exactly what one of our friends said at our courthouse ceremony. I rolled my eyes at the time, but now I'm letting that feed my delusions. I would ask them about it, but they have an inability to keep things to themselves. Gotta move in silence, RN. He uses our 3rd bedroom as his home office, and our bedroom isn't big enough for 2 beds. I keep joking about bunk beds, but he's not fond of the idea. Even before our marriage, I've always made him little treats and stuff here and there. He's a huge tea lover, so I've been trying to perfect an Earl Grey shortbread cookie recipe for years now. I make those for him. Often I wear sweats and his old t-shirts to bed. I mean, yes, we don't have to live under the same roof to be legally married, but it's for tax reasons and our kids. Easier to raise them together under the same roof. I have this entire arrangement to lose. We did this for the kids, and if I let my feelings get in the way of that, I'd be the worst mother ever. People keep saying this, and it's starting to make sense. I slept on our couch the first few days until my husband came out at 2 a.m. and brought me to bed. I didn't want to make him uncomfortable in any way, but he was really insistent on it being a non-issue. I use brought loosely. He came, woke me up by hitting me with a throw pillow, and told me to stop being stupid with the sleeping arrangement. Definitely wasn't a romantic gesture by normal standards. As funny as it was to read that whole plan and everything, I'd probably upset him doing all of that. He's not a man who's very sex-driven. Per se, we didn't have a conversation about that prior to the marriage. We've been friends for so long, and I hadn't felt those kinds of feelings for him before. I don't even think I considered this until recently. Update. December 27th, 2025, 5 days later. Hi, everyone. I want to thank you all for your input and well wishes. It helped me come to my senses quicker than I would have on my own. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope this update gives you all some peace of mind. I did end up taking some of your advice and planned a nice gesture for my husband yesterday. My goal in mind wasn't to confess to him, but to just show how much I appreciate him for everything he does for our family. The original plan was to offer a back massage after we put the kids to bed. I bought some candles, massage oil, and even a cute little pajama set to wear. The point was to make it relaxing but also set a kind of romantic mood. Well, it didn't happen. My husband completely uprooted my plans that morning. Up until now, we've been wearing some cheap and super simple wedding bands that weren't anything special. But for Christmas, he gifted me a whole set. Wedding band and engagement ring. And he didn't just hand it to me wrapped, he actually got down on one knee. When I tell you I cried. I thought I was hallucinating, and I still feel like I am. Every single one of you were right. This was never a marriage of convenience to him. He's been in love with me since we were in high school and just never thought to tell me even after we were already married. We had a lot of long conversations after the initial confession. At the end of the day, we're still trying to raise 2 toddlers and have agreed that they will always be our primary focus, but we are going to give a real relationship a shot. I will admit, it's kind of scary, but I do think that this is the next step towards healing after my last relationship. I feel truly loved by my husband. I think that this is where I'm meant to be. Happy holidays, nosy Redditors.